Hey, Urgent Alert Traders, Whiz here. I usually do the Urgent Alert on Thursdays, but I'll be sitting on an airplane heading back to the MIA and wanted to take this opportunity to do our Urgent Alert after the market closed today, after a great day of skiing, getting ready for a little bit of champagne downstairs here to talk about the market today. We knew this was coming, so absolute calm here. We'll talk about some key technical levels, and we knew this was going to happen, right? We talked about this in the primary live trade brief, the joint weekly options and primary live trade brief today. I said, hey, man, out here in this white space is what? Iran, North Korea, Russia, and Obamacare, Trump care, whatever the hell you want to call it. So here's what happened today. And it is, the biggest drop of the year. It's March 21st. Holy crap, cats and dogs living together. First of all, everybody just relax, okay? We're going to know very, very shortly whether or not this is going to be sustained or it's going to be a BTFD. And if you don't know what that means, you weren't in the webinar today, watch the replay. Why? Because Trump actually hopped in his car, drove down the Capitol Hill, and said, hey, guys, you don't support this, you're going to lose your seat in 2018. He went way off script on that. Very unpresidential, but got way too political and said, hey, because what is it, 26, 29 Republicans called the Freedom Caucus, they're essentially holding the ACA bill, Obamacare, hostage. They want, and let me put my flight suit on. I got my old turtleneck from my Marine Squadron on. So I got my flight suit on, and then let's talk business suit. Flight suit, what's best for the country is these Freedom Caucus people to stick to their guns, to gut this thing. Paul Ryan's a rhino, Republican in name only. So is Mitch McConnell. And I don't even know what Donald Trump is. He's kind of weird to me. You guys know how I feel about the guy. But that would be the right thing to do. This isn't fixed. It's still a shit sandwich, folks, this Obamacare thing. But I hate being the guy that does the I told you so, right? I hate that. There's a big chapter in my book on this. It sucks to be the guy that does the I told you so. We're doing that right now. When Nancy Pelosi got off her broomstick and said, hey, we got to pass this to see what's in it, folks, you knew it was going to be a disaster. So this is all on them. But now Chuck Schumer and Nancy, with her mascara all over her face, is now turning this into a Republican train wreck. So as an American, I want it to fail. I want them to gut it and get rid of it or whatever. I have a really old copy of the Constitution. Nowhere in there does it say life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, and the government to pay for your health care. Give me a effing break here, folks. It drives me nuts. However, put on my Gordon Gekko suit. These jerks better pass it because otherwise the market's going back to pre-election 2100. That's what's going to happen, folks. I warned you. I said this is the hope and change rally. This rally is built on nothing. It's the MacGyver rally, folks. A piece of straw, paperclip and a rubber band, right? That's what's holding this market up. And I said, if there's any sniff that he can't get his agenda passed, we're going to zero. What happened? We were right, and we nailed this. Thank God we put on the bear put spread, and that's since somebody asked today, or a couple of people asked, hey, Wiz, I didn't have that bear put spread in my portfolio. We're going to talk about another one tonight because we're going to know, folks, pretty damn quickly if Trump ain't going to get this Obamacare thing passed, and if he doesn't, it's look out below. So the Hedge made $1,500 today, balanced out some of my weekly options losses. And remember, folks, take a deep breath if you're in the weekly options. It's a lucky strike moment. Let me get back to the journal and say welcome aboard to the guy at the Wall Street Journal who's a member here. The level to watch on the S&P 500, 2350. And they did this towards the end of market close. We were right, guys. What did I say? Here it is, Mike Oliver, momentum structure analysis. The market's short-term momentum was ruptured when the index fell under 2368. What have I been saying, guys? I've been saying for months here, about a month and a half, that this 2365, 2360 was the dam. And if we broke it with any airspeed, look out below. We broke it with airspeed today, but it stopped, okay? The bleeding stopped. Trust me, I got voicemails, text, hedge fund buddies. My sister is going to introduce me to some guys at cocktails here at the downstairs, and this is the topic of conversation out here. But this is now a technical issue along with a political issue, right? So the other number everybody's putting out right now is 2350, okay? Now that it has bombed down below 2351, two things. It becomes resistance. remember, on the way back up, and it potentially signals that the trend is down. If you're in the PLTB today, I shocked a lot of you with the whole, hey, I'm moving from cautiously bullish to market neutral, slightly bearish. And little did I know, after getting done skiing today, we'd be looking at this bloodbath. And you know what, folks, I don't even use that term. This was a great excuse to sell off and take some profits. Look at the financials. Look at JP Morgan getting hammered today. JP Morgan underneath 90 is a freaking gift. Look at this chart. If you've been dying looking at our JP Morgan trades, oh my God, this was up, what, 29 grand? Now it's only up 25. If you're complaining about that, choke yourself. But look at the JP Morgan chart. This is a gift, guys. If you're not in JP Morgan right now or Goldman Sachs, I would be bending over backwards to get into it. Here's why. At the end of the day, something is going to pass to fix healthcare, and it ain't going to be fixed. It's still going to be a shit sandwich. It's still going to suck. And Obama, it's still your freaking fault, you jerk. But if it doesn't get done this week, or it looks like there's a whiff that this dude ain't going to get his huge tax relief, huge financial deregulation, huge bring your tax money back, Apple, and spend it here, we're screwed, okay? But again, we're not screwed here, TGO, because I would use this type of pullback to double up on any of our longs. The XLK, Goldman Sachs, all of our solid things are solid. If you loved ExxonMobil at 82, you're going to love it at 79, okay? So, again, in these type of moments, and I'm talking to the Full Throttle folks who joined me in January, we've been printing money since January. I hate jinxing myself like that, but we have been. But I've also been doing my job as a portfolio manager, talking about the white space, right? Out here, I said Iran, Russia, North Korea, and Trump not being able to get his agenda passed, and you saw it today. So him on Capitol Hill, pulling out the personal kind of, he almost kind of made it, and again, dude, this guy's from New York, I'm from Jersey, I get it. He went down there and said, hey, you know, I might actually be campaigning against you if you vote against us. He called he did one of his standard Trump, hey, where's Whiz? Whiz, stand up, you support me, right? The dude, what's his name? The head of the Freedom, Mark, whatever the hell, the head of the Freedom Caucus, Mark Meadows, you ready? Republican, North Carolina. Here's veering off script. Mr. Trump waded into the thorny politics, and he pointed. He said, "Hey, at the end, I think Mark's going to be with us, right? Where's Mark? Mark, where are you?" Mark stood up and got a little red. So when Trump does that crap, I wouldn't have stood up if he had done the, "Hey, Whiz, where are you?" I'd be like, "Yeah, right here, Mr. President." Nowhere does it say that you got to stand when the guy, so. It's a blinkable moment here. It's an Obama blinkable moment. I'll call him Trump blinkable moment. So here's what we need to do. And I know somebody asked in the Ready Room a while ago, I hope Doug answered it by now, how much should I hedge to hedge my portfolio or whatever it was? Folks, the reason, or whoever asked that, I said, hey, Doug, maybe you can help out because that's an impossible, here's your answer to that question, folks. That's an impossible question. It's like having kids, folks. If you don't want them, if you want to be fully hedged with your kids, wrap them in bubble wrap and lock them in the room until they're 18 and they're never going to get hurt. Same thing with my kids are skiing in the trees today and I'm like, oh Christ, here we go. But you can't be, if you're fully hedged, guys, you can't make a nickel. Market goes up, so you have to take a look at the potential trade. So let's take a look at this. The last bear put spread, I know you guys are all shocked that I put on, and I'm outside trying to do this, and it's on this. So this one that I put on, let me click analyze here, and the metrics obviously have changed since I put it on, but I'm risking $8,500 to potentially make 16, 17 grand. That would be a nice, and this is the 2,300, 2,295 bull put spread. A bull put spread, my God. Bear put spread, right? We're only 44 points away from that, man. We went down 30 today. So if we get, if there's a whiff of Trump can't do this, I think we're going through 2,300 pretty damn quickly, down to 2,100, okay? So this trade might actually be something we might want to take a look at here. Let me see what it's looking at today. So I can't answer that question, folks. You have to answer that on your own. How much protection? Holy crap, look at this. This is the trade I would put on today. Look at this, guys. Or it's the reverse of this. Never mind. I got to, well, let me slow down and step through it. So I'll do the portfolio review at the end because, I mean, obviously all of our front month upside calls are not in danger. And as a reminder here, like take a look at my JP Morgan, my two trades, the Jan 18, Jan 19. Look at the front month upside calls I sold to Friday. I made about $1,100 on these things, folks. So remember, even as things looking are a little red in the face, oh, my underlying's down a lot, Whiz. Well, it's not down as much because we just open your pocket and look at the grand that's in there, or less than this, okay? All right, so let's take a look at the S&P 500. Let's take a look at that. I really do think, isn't it ironic? So there's the 50-day moving average. What is that, 23.26? I still think this 20, you see this, the chop, I think if we're going to implode, it'll be through the 50-day moving average. So let's take a look at that 23. If you don't have it on right now, that might actually be me having to do less work right now and going to enjoy some champagne. But, you know, here's why I'm hesitating. We're going to know this week, folks. We're going to know pretty damn soon. The fact that he jumped in his Trumpmobile and went down to Congress means the vote's near. So if it passes the House and the Senate and he signs it, the Trump trade is back on. That's why I'm not hesitant to put a hedge on. I will sleep better at night tonight after hitting the medical dispensary. Or actually, no, it's legal here. It's not medical. I'll do this because some of you didn't have the disaster one I have on right now. Let's go out in our time machine, because I'm still, folks, buried in all this today was the fact that Cremo Semyon guy said he's going to kill Trump with an ICBM shortly. Great. Dude, we're worried about Obamacare right now. How about the end of April? Let's go April 28th. Let's play around here, you and me, man. April, where are we? 28th, there it is. So April 28th, let me get rid of the front months, right? Yep, that's April 17. I don't want that one. Why is that up? I want this one. April 28th. Let's look at the 2300. New spread. If I had the current one on, which I do, I wouldn't do this one. All right, so don't. I wouldn't be doing this one. How many contracts did I do? Did I hedge with 50? And again, guys, this is just I'm throwing numbers up here. This is what you have to do. So great question in the ready room. You have to decide, hey, this is how much I want to risk, and this is how much protection it's going to give me. Upside or downside protection. Wow, I nailed it. Look at that. Max potential. I think I do this for a living. Max potential loss is $5,000. Folks, this is cheap. Okay? All these weekly options trades we've been banking. I know we got two shit sandwiches right now. It's Tuesday. If Thursday there's a vote in the House and those Freedom Caucus guys, if we get like 3 or 4 of them, I guarantee you Trump, and I read some back channel stuff about, like, people are terrified of a Trump tweet. Like, if I don't vote for this healthcare thing, the guy's going to fly, do a rally in my district, and I'm out. So we're going to know pretty quickly. But now look at this, max potential loss. So for $5,000 worth of insurance out to April 28th, I could potentially make $20,000. Now, that looks great, and people might be like, Whiz, that's a great trade. Remember, that means a lot of these longs, the Jan 18, Jan 19s, are blinding reds. But that's the way we have to trade. If this is a blinding green in our portfolio, Obamacare didn't get repealed, Trump looks like an idiot, and the market thinks he'll never get anything done again. That's not going to be the reality of it, folks. Remember the financial tsunami in 2008. We thought it was the end of the world. It wasn't, and the market's at record high. So stop with if he can't repeal Obamacare, or at least fix it this week, his whole thing's in jeopardy for the next 3.5 years. That's an idiot talking. And I'd be on the other side of the trade. As you bail out of all your longs, I'd be scooping those up all day. So you know what? This I'm going to add to fly formation with some of you guys. All right, come on, mouse. I like this trade. It's a perfect $5,000 in risk, folks. I did not mean to do that, but better be lucky than good, man. SPX, bear, since I got a lot of SPX trades today. So typical, man. We knew this was going to happen eventually, but somebody, and remember, this is a debit spread. I know half of you are on your floor. We're probably not going to get filled at mid. So all right, Whiz, you're not perfect. It's not $5,000. I got filled way too quick, guys, to be honest with you. I actually am going to go mid-market. on this because it's after market hours, and I'm going to look at the pricing before the open. Okay, I haven't taken a look at the futures yet, but I'm going to. This is potentially at the open tomorrow. If I can find a really good, if you can get filled mid market on this, the bid ask is pretty wide. What I'm mumbling here, and here's why, is because I'm thinking about the last bear put spread, and I walked it up just a little bit, and I got hit immediately, and I was down $1,500. I'm like, shit, that's exactly what I don't want to happen. So, all right, touch screen now. You're gonna get to work here. So, I'll still send this out in a text tonight, so you guys know to watch this video. And again, I can't reiterate this enough, guys. We know either the thing's going to get repealed or it's not. And if it is, we're going to know very soon. All right, Disney. Hey, man, Disney's getting hit today. Shocker. The trade's still up $5,000 year to date. This is a gift too, guys. Any of these pullbacks, man, is a gift to get in and add to your longs, okay? All these weekly options profits that you have banked since January 1st, or even my full throttle folks that got in August or October, man, the fall was disgusting. It's been great. So I would definitely do a Jan 19 Disney trade on any pullback. But I'm going to go pretty close to at the money here. If we are going to chop around, here, you know what? I don't know, guys. I'm literally the last run I didn't even enjoy because I was thinking about all this stuff. Let's just let all these front month. You know what? I'm done. I'm going to go have some champagne, kick my feet up, and relax. You know why? I'm throwing on a hedge. Screw all these other things. Here's what I'm getting at. Here's my summary slide. We're going to know by Friday whether or not the Trump trade is back on. Today, it looked ugly. Today, he looked panicked when he had to do hey, where's Mark? Mark, stand up. You'll be with me, right? Hey, Moose, Rocco, help Mark vote yes on the health care bill. That looks New Yorkish and it looks punkish. I don't like that he did that. But, of course, the liberal media is more than happy to report on all that type of arm twisting. You don't think Obama did that type of crap? He just didn't do it publicly because he's from Chicago. They meet you in the alley. Obama pick up the phone or kind of, you'd hear from Nancy like, hey, the president's going to go campaign in your district against you. So screw any other adjustments to existing positions. For all the folks who said, hey, Whiz, I didn't get one of those couple month out hedges, I would still put this on, even though I'm patting the table saying we're going to know soon about whether the Trump trade is back on, because Cremo, some young guy, ain't going away. He doesn't care about Obamacare. As a matter of fact, he wants to annihilate and vaporize all of us and can probably get rid of Washington, Oregon, and California maybe right about now. Yeah, our intelligence agencies, Whiz, say he's maybe a year or a couple years away. They also said a lot of other shit that they've been wrong about. And they probably heard me say that. So that's it, guys. Put on this hedge tomorrow if you're really, really worried. And like I said, we're going to know about it. I'm going to be up early. I've been up early every day anyway on Eastern time. And I'm going to be watching this like a hawk. But again, everybody chillax, man. Just take a chill and relax. It's like my daughter Keely trying to go tree skiing. She goes, I'm nearsighted. I'm like, what, baby, you have perfect vision. She goes, I'm nervous and excited. So I'm excited for this. I told you a pullback like this is healthy. I'm not nervous because we have hedges on and we can sell our front month or front weekly upside calls and all of our longs and still bank some money. Okay. So everybody just chill. If you're really worried, put the hedge on, but we're going to know if this Trump trade is going to be game back on or not. And if it is, look up what I just Googled, 4 letters, BTFD. If the repeal and replace passes, even if it still is a shit sandwich, folks, and the Freedom Caucus doesn't like it, it doesn't matter. The Trump trade is back on. Okay? All right, guys, so that's it. Urgent alert done for the week. Again, a couple local guys bought today. Some Florida folks bought their, hey, I'm just doing the event ticket for $4.99. Get your diamond level ticket for our event in Miami. Go.topgunoptions.com/Miami-event. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you with tomorrow's market sit rep, and we'll